In this 30-minute Ironman match, the feeling out process is underway. Ziggler, of course, with a tremendous amateur background, one of the great college wrestlers of all time, had a tremendous record with the most victories in the history of Kent State University.
It is such a thrill to watch two of the very best we have today fill each other out, understand how great the other one is. It can only take a moment, and you can have a pinfall. Just a moment, you can have a submission.
And you see Rollins staring down at McIntyre. Again, Drew so important, and the reason that Dolph is a champion today. Tremendous resumes for both of these men. Dolph, a two-time world champion, six-time Intercontinental champion, two-time United States champion, twice was a sole survivor at Survivor Series. Pinning combination and a kick out by Ziggler. For Seth Rollins, he's a two-time WWE champion. He's won the Intercontinental title, the United States title, the Tag Team Championship, and of course, the Money in the Bank back in 2014, which he cashed in at WrestleMania in one of the most memorable cash-ins in history. Ziggler now rolling up Rollins, who rolls through.
Hey, you wonder,
Seth looking for a backside by Seth, shoulders down.
You know how much energy it takes when you got that anxiety, the anticipation. They've had to sit around the entire day and then the entire show. You love being the show. You love being the main event. But now we're going on, 3+ hours they've had to sit and wait for their opportunity.
Yeah, but Coach, you're talking about two of the elite WWE superstars. There's no anxiety. There's anticipation.
Shoulders down again. Ziggler at 2.
When it comes to cardiovascular ability, I challenge you to find two better in the WWE.
Wait for the sunset flip. Able to stack them up as Rollins kick out again at 2 by the champ.
Talking about two absolute machines right now.
Snapmare takedown. Now floats through. Here's the pinning combination again and a near fall. And Ziggler's going to take a breather.
Yeah, I don't think that either one is worried about the cardiovascular. It's about the preparation. It's about strategy.
Seth Rollins on WWE Now earlier today did an interview where you really learned a lot about Seth. And Seth said that if I win the championship tonight, I am going to go back to open challenges for the Intercontinental title as early as tomorrow night on Monday Night Raw. That says so much to me about Rollins because he lost his title in an open challenge.
Yeah, I don't know what it says to you, but it tells me that he forgot how he got to this place in the first place and the reason he's not the Intercontinental champion.
Rollins keeping a...
He didn't forget, Coach. I mean, obviously, Seth Rollins was on the run of his career, the hashtag all-heart fighting champion.
Cover by Rollins, kick out by Ziggler.
Seth was functioning on such a high level, and then, he got caught. He got hit once by Dolph Ziggler. I don't think Seth's going to let it happen again.
Cover by Rollins, hooks the leg on Dolph Ziggler, and a kick out. Interesting stat for Dolph Ziggler. He has never competed in a match of 30 or more minutes, one-on-one in his career. He's been in Survivor Series matches, Royal Rumble matches for longer than that, but never in a match of longer than 30 minutes in his career. Seth Rollins, we know, just a few months ago, lasted over an hour in a match.
Rollins up and over to the outside. Great balance.
Ziggler ducks underneath as Rollins goes up over the top. Caught him with a right. Seth stopped. And Ziggler made him pay. You see the clock in the background. Closing in on 25 minutes left. No falls yet in this match.
I love the quote that you gave us earlier, Michael, and I think it's going to serve Dolph Ziggler well.
Wait a minute. Wait, Seth looking for the buckle bomb.
And connect.
There it is.
Champ's in trouble. Rollins.
La Maestro cradle.
Shoulders down for a fall. Got him. Rollins is up 1-0.
Seth Rollins has scored a fall.
So at the 25-20 mark, Rollins is up 1-0. Corey, does this bode well now for the Architect?
Absolutely. Now, for all intents and purposes, Rollins can go on the defense, which is a lot easier said than done. Oh, elbow right to the bridge of the nose. But Seth definitely can't rest on his laurels. He can't put it in cruise control yet, but he can take a step back because he has that important first fall.
I think you keep the foot on the gas pedal, certainly.
Well, remember, there was an Ironman match that ended 1-0. The classic Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart Ironman match at WrestleMania 12. We're at 1-0 now, 25 minutes left. And there's Rollins up over the top, takes the champ out.
Yeah, you talk about how it changes careers. I was there in attendance, John Cena and Shawn Michaels, and I don't think either one of those guys was ever the same after that Ironman match.
And Ziggler whipped into the barricade. Now remember, the ref's counting, because countouts are a fall in Ironman match here tonight. Count of 5 by the official as Rollins continues the attack. Count of 6. Little smile for Drew McIntyre. how sweet it would be for Rollins if he could knock off Ziggler tonight with Drew out at the ringside. And look at Dolph hammering away with the right hand, so Rollins.
I definitely think that the momentum that Drew and Dolph have been on, if they don't walk out with the title tonight, would really be a huge setback as they head forwards as we get ready for SummerSlam in the next month.
By Ziggler. Cover. Hook of the leg now on Rollins. Kick out. But, Corey, you noticed the impact that Drew had. Just staring at Rollins moments ago, and Rollins looking back at him, allowed Dolph to take over in this match. Cover and a kick out.
Well, you're right. I mean, the ominous presence of Drew McIntyre is palpable. Seth Rollins is well aware that Drew's out there and realizes he's got to keep a third eye on Drew if possible.
Yeah, but he's got to understand that if Drew does anything, that's a point for him.
If Drew does anything, he gets caught.
Oh, there you go.
And Ziggler, Rollins lands on his feet as Dolph went for the suplex. Caught him with a big Seth looks so confident tonight.
I definitely think getting the first pinfall helped Seth with the confidence factor, no doubt.
WWE fans counting down with the clock here. We're under 23 minutes left.
Exactly.
As Ziggler's whipped across the ring. Rollins followed up with a forearm to the face.
I don't want to hit that.
Ziggler right to the knee. And Seth, of course, a long history of knee problems in his career.
Smart.
Dolph Ziggler's very well aware of that. Sure, there was a lot of homework done before this match. A great deal of scouting by both competitors.
Right for the famouser. Rollins able to duck underneath. Rolls up Dolph. Stacks him up. Shoulders down. Dolph rolls through. Does Dolph have the tights? Perhaps. But Rollins able to kick out at 2. Wow. And now Rollins, the power of Seth. And Ziggler, though.
Wow, great counter by Dolph.
Stop by Seth Rollins. Cover on Ziggler. Hooks the inside leg. Rollins is up 2-0.
Put it in the books.
Seth Rollins has scored a fall.
Now, Corey, if I'm Seth Rollins, I'm completely on defense.
At the 22:02 mark, Rollins hit the stomp to go up 2-0 in this Iron Man match, and Rollins is completely in the driver's seat.
And Dolph is in deep, deep water.
Seth Rollins right now just needs to just keep wearing down Dolph. Grab a hold. Just don't get pinned. Don't do anything stupid. Don't make any mistakes.
Don't do this. He's getting cocky, the smile, the playing to the crowd, playing to the fans. What's he doing?
He's got no. He's looking to take out Ziggler.
He's looking for insurance.
Wait a minute, McIntyre.
What's he doing?
And the official's going to call for the bell here. He's got to call for the bell. He's got to disqualify McIntyre for attacking Rollins.
McIntyre just laying waste to Seth Rollins. DQ. Rollins gets a win by
Seth
DQ.
Rollins has scored a fall via disqualification.
Seth is up 3-0 now after the assault by McIntyre.
What is
McIntyre?
What's he thinking?
He's going after Rollins again. Drew McIntyre's completely lost it. Into the apron goes Rollins. McIntyre is tearing Seth Rollins apart. And now he sends Seth back into the ring, and McIntyre is not done with this assault yet. The official's got to get this thing under control. He's got to get McIntyre out of the damn ring.
This is awful strategy. Oh, and now he does. Now he did.
I think the official, your point, coach, just kicked McIntyre out of ringside.
What was McIntyre thinking?
Okay.
The Claymore kick! Rollins is down and out. The clock continues. 20 minutes left. Ziggler hasn't moved. McIntyre's done damage. Now the question is, can Ziggler capitalize on this attack?
Well, yeah, Ziggler needs to capitalize, but the fact remains Drew McIntyre cost Dolph a fall. It's 3-0 Seth Rollins right now, in part thanks to Drew McIntyre.
Ziggler crawling to the cover. Hooks the leg on Rollins. Shoulders are down, and Ziggler has picked up a fall. It's now 3-1.
Dolph Ziggler has scored a fall.
The only way that was worth it is if Dolph Ziggler gets 2 falls. Because now we're even. The one he cost him, the one he got.
Seth is still up 3-1.
You're absolutely right. Seth's still ahead by 2 falls right now.
But Seth has been beaten to hell. at the hands of Drew McIntyre. Ziggler's had some time to recover. With 19 minutes left, Ziggler is looking to pull within a fall here.
And you wonder if that was the game plan the entire time, or if Drew McIntyre went into business for himself.
Ziggler with a super kick. Here's the cover. Hooks the inside leg. And it's now 3-2. And to answer your question, Coach,
Dolph Ziggler has scored a fall.
yes, it was worth it if you're Ziggler.
100%.
In a span of a minute, Dolph Ziggler has cut the deficit from 3-0 to 3-2 in this Iron Man match.
I'm wondering if in the back pocket he told Drew, hey, if I get down early, this is what we're going to do.
And Rollins again just trying to struggle to his feet. Dolph Ziggler measuring Rollins.
Heck, he can
tuning up the band in his own way. Went for the super kick. Rollins scoops him up, shoulders down now. Ziggler at 2, able to kick out. Dolph caught him with an uppercut. And now Rollins set into the post by Ziggler.
You know, it's one thing to be down 2.
Zigzag to tie things up. Ziggler cover, hooks the leg on Rollins. We are tied at 3 apiece with 17:50 left.
That quick.
Dolph Ziggler has scored a fall.
Guys, in less than 2 minutes, Dolph Ziggler has tied this up. Dolph with 3 falls in less than 2 minutes.
I think the entire game plans for both guys have got to change now. I know we're even, but now they got to say, hey, we're under 18 minutes. No Drew McIntyre, and both of us are beat up, especially Seth Rollins.
No Drew McIntyre, but man, did he ever pay off for Dolph Ziggler.
Big time. Drew McIntyre deserves all the credit right now. I'm sure Dolph Ziggler's going to thank him.
Over the zigzag again. Rollins, though, able to hang on to the top rope. Ziggler into the corner. Face first off the top turnbuckle.
And man, doesn't that 2-0 lead seem a lifetime ago?
It was actually a 3-0 lead, Coach. It's at one point.
You're right.
Completely evaporated right now. We are essentially back at 0, back at square one.
Boot to the face under 17 minutes to play in the Iron Man match. Seth Rollins up to the second rope. Ziggler to his feet. Rollins leapfrog over the top, lands on his feet, and he catches it with a sling blade. And now Rollins looking to fire up. Can he regain the momentum he had when he raced out to an early lead in this match? And now Seth Rollins back to his feet, sending Ziggler over the top rope into the floor below.
Yeah, I think
Rollins trying to pump himself up right now. I don't know if this is the right strategy, but Seth thinking about getting crazy.
Suicide dive, and Ziggler caught him with a forearm. But now looks to take the lead. Feet on the ropes, and Ziggler with an unfair advantage. The official didn't see it.
Dolph Ziggler has scored a fall.
It is 4-3 Ziggler with 15:45 to play.
Well, just like Corey said, only if you see it. And the referee clearly did not see it.
Well, the official made a great call earlier by kicking Drew McIntyre out of the arena, but he blew it here.
Here you see Dolph with a palm strike right to the face of Rollins. Feet on the ropes, a little extra leverage. And the Intercontinental Champion is now ahead 4 matches to 3.
You know, this is the equivalent of a football team jumping out to a 21-0 lead and then watching it go away and being down by a touchdown. Seth Rollins have to figure things out and quick.
It's been incredible. In a span of 5 minutes, this match has gone from a 3-0 lead for Rollins to a 4-3 lead for Ziggler.
This is about the equivalent of an Atlanta Falcons collapse in the Super Bowl right now.
And now Ziggler continues to put the pressure on Rollins, works on the left arm and shoulder. Now slips the arm underneath the chin. Submission move perhaps on Rollins. Seth tries to get back to a vertical base. We're now under halfway through this match at 14:40 to go. Ziggler in control.
And as the champ, how much offense does Dolph Ziggler now need to put out?
Well, now the front face lock, and Ziggler just looking to wear Rollins down. Now you can use your amateur skills and wear down the Kingslayer.
Right, but if the first 15 minutes taught us anything, it's that no lead apparently is safe. Seth Rollins is up 3 falls to 0 and is now down by 1. Granted, Seth Rollins doesn't have a Drew McIntyre in his corner, but these are two elite, incredibly talented, top-tier competitors.
You know, we wondered on Monday night, Corey, how much that match would factor into tonight. And I think we can say that it factored in a great deal, a huge deal.
Seth's trying to fight his way out of this front face lock from Dolph Ziggler.
Match pace is slowed down.
These two are so evenly matched.
Ziggler lands on his feet, right to the sleeper in the center of the ring.
And if Seth Rollins passes out here, Ziggler could take a 2-fall lead.
I think with 13 minutes and being the champ, that would be insurmountable.
This is a fantastic move by Dolph, conserving his own energy while wearing Rollins down.
Seth Rollins is in deep, deep trouble. Ziggler has him down on the mat in the sleeper hold with nowhere to go. We're now down to 13 minutes remaining in the Iron Man match.
And you wonder how much Seth Rollins will start to press when he looks at the clock or understands where he's at and realizes he needs to get a pinfall or submission and then another one. Essentially, he's down 2-0.
Rollins somehow hanging in there, but if this continues, you have to believe Rollins is going to fade away. Seth trying to fight out of this, but how much will this take out of Rollins to break this hold here with less than 12 and a half to go? Back to a vertical base Seth. Can he fight out? Ziggler again, full body weight on the back of Rollins. Seth will back him into the corner to try to force the break, and does momentarily, but Ziggler back into the hole.
I think you can say, as far as game plans go, that Dolph Ziggler's game plan here tonight has been put to perfection so far in the first 18 minutes.
Corey, how much more of that can Seth take as he drives Ziggler's shoulder first into the corner?
Seth bought himself a valuable few seconds to recover, but he spent a lot of time in the sleeper hold.
He did spend a lot of time in the sleeper hold, but he held on, Corey, and he didn't submit, and he's still only down by one fall. 4-3, 11 and a half to go.
Yeah, any great athlete, player, no matter what, understands where he's at, doesn't press, understand what part of the game he is in. Right now, essentially, they're in the third quarter.
Rollins sends Ziggler back to the outside. Seth in a familiar predicament.
And Seth's going to try this again. Is Seth going to go for the suicide dive, this time connecting? And he takes Ziggler out outside the ring.
All right, if he's smart, he throws him right back in and gets a cover.
That's what he's going to try to do here. Try to capture the momentum yet again. Ryan, look at Ziggler.
Brilliant.
Wise move by the veteran.
Oh, Rollins going to give chase again.
Look at that.
Suicide dive again, and down goes Ziggler.
You can see Seth start to press now. He understands, I need to get a pinfall submission quick. I say before the 8-minute mark, he needs one to really be evened up.
Again, but Coach, it's not panic time yet.
No, but I'm just saying, I think that's the time I believe he needs to be even.
Seth Rollins has plenty of time. We have a third of this match remaining, and he's only down a fall. Rollins to the apron. Top rope, down goes Ziggler.
Beautiful.
Seth now going to drag himself to the cover. Hooks the leg on the champion. Can he tie things up? Dolph kicks out at 2.
You know, we mentioned how great of shape both of these two men are in cardiovascular-wise, and now we're going to see that. We're into the bottom third of this match, and we're going to see what both men have left in the tank.
You know, 7 falls in an Iron Man match are a lot. Only 3 times in history of it there have been more falls. 11, the all-time record, both Triple H when he beat The Rock 6'5", and John Cena when he beat Randy Orton 6'5".
Rollins perched on the middle rope.
Rollins with a blockbuster to Ziggler. Is this enough to tie things up? Kick out by Dolph. At 2, we're under 10 to go. You saw Seth look up at the clock, realizes that he's moving into crunch time now.
9 minutes may seem like a lot of time in the fact that it's almost 1/3 of this matchup. But right now in a high-pressure situation.
With a drop kick, drop Seth off the top rope. He hit hard right here in front of us. With 9 minutes left, Ziggler's still up 4-3. And you see, you guys couldn't see it, but Ziggler was he was motioning the official to start the count after delivering that to Rollins.
I will say this, we are seeing so many smart moves from Dolph right now. His head, despite what he's gone through, is completely still in the game.
Rollins trying to compose himself. The referee's counted 7.
Rollins up now. He's in trouble. A count of 8 now by the official. The official on a count of 9, and Rollins barely beats the count.
That would have been it. It would have been over.
Ziggler looking for the DDT, and Rollins able to separate. Out of the face of Dolph Ziggler. Seth Rollins now.
Ripcord knee.
There it is.
Cover.
Connecting on Dolph. Is it enough to tie things at 4 apiece? And a kick out by Ziggler. Now Rollins has got to begin thinking, what do I need to do to tie this up with 8 minutes to go?
And what did I say? The 8-minute mark, so important. You saw the look in his eyes. He understands, I need to get one right now.
And that's why he's going to go up top, Coach. That's why Rollins is going to go to the top rope. We're under 8 minutes to go. Rollins top rope. Can he take out Ziggler here? And again, Dolph cuts him off before he's allowed to deliver the big offensive move.
Dolph doing a great job of countering right before Seth can pull off the big move.
Great defense by Dolph Ziggler. Is not going to exert a great deal of energy. Just stop Rollins from doing what he's doing.
And Corey, now we're seeing one of the reasons that Dolph is considered one of the most talented men to ever step in the ring here in WWE.
Well, Dolph's been around a long time, certainly a veteran, great instincts, and we're seeing that right now.
And now what's Dolph going to plan to do? High-risk maneuvers.
Wait, I'm not entirely sure this is Dolph's decision.
No, it looks like it's
Seth Rollins trying to muscle Dolph up to the top rope.
Something to do with this, perhaps.
Dolph now trying to fight his way out of it.
Couple of right hands by Ziggler to Rollins, who's now perched up on the second rope. 7-minute mark here. Ziggler's still up by a fall. And Seth with a headbutt. Down goes Dolph. It's Seth, however, that has to start taking some risks now.
Yeah, you notice he keeps looking at the clock.
I don't know, though. You take too big of a risk. If it doesn't pay off, you could put yourself in an even bigger hole.
Frog splash!
Perfect timing.
Cover! Can he tie things up? Ziggler takes out at 2. The champion stays up 4-3.
2 times now. He nearly evened it up. Couldn't get the job done. Dolph's doing a great job of what you say, Corey. Defense. To me, kicking out is a part of that defense.
Rollins connected, got every ounce of the frog splash. Picture perfect. Let's take another look at it. Soaring through the skies. Incredible impact on the Intercontinental Champion, but Dolph had a little bit too much left in the tank, and Ziggler is still up by 1 fall.
This is kind of like a LeBron James or a Steph Curry. We're getting down to the end of the 4th quarter. Who's going to make the big shot? Who's going to make the big play?
And this is just cagey. This is a veteran move by Ziggler. Wearing down the clock. Oh, my goodness.
And Ziggler driven out of the ring again by Seth Rollins.
Ziggler now is making Seth Rollins beat him. That's exactly what Dolph has to do.
5.5 to go. The burn it down chance from the WWE fans here in Pittsburgh. Rollins looking to tie this Iron Man match at 4 apiece.
You spend the first 25 minutes positioning yourself, the last 5 minutes winning it.
These guys have been in position since the first opening minutes there, Coach. Seth Rollins at one point had a 3-0 lead in the first 10 minutes.
It's pretty amazing. All 7 falls in this match took place over a 10-minute span between the 25-minute mark and the 15-minute mark. And now we're at less than 5 to go, and it's 4-3 Ziggler.
I just can't. Oh, my God. Look at this cat-like agility by Rollins. From the top.
Superplex! Rollins gonna look for the Falcon Arrow to Ziggler to tie things up. Hook of the leg. And Ziggler kicks out again.
Wow.
And now Rollins has to decide, what do I gotta do to take out the champ?
You don't have to be a fan of Dolph Ziggler or his attitude, but you have no choice but to respect the Intercontinental Champion right now.
Well, after those 2 moves, it's going to take at least another 20 or 30 seconds for them to get back up. So we're going to be under 4 minutes.
This was my point, Coach, about taking high risks. If they pay off, great, but if they don't, you just exerted a great deal of punishment to your opponent and yourself.
Great point.
And you see Seth, he looks back at the clock again. He's got 4 minutes to tie this thing. He's done everything he can, everything in his ability, and still can't pick up a fall on the champion.
But we know Seth doesn't want to just tie it. He wants to tie it and win it.
Coach, he's got to tie it.
I understand that, but he's taking 2 falls.
Well, he's thinking get one now. That's what he's thinking. He's got to tie this damn thing, or else he's going to lose it. He's got 3:45 to do it. And now it's Rollins, perhaps looking for the stop. He used it effectively earlier on in the matchup. Kick right to the midsection. And Rollins went for the stop. Ziggler.
Dolph advanced. Brilliant.
Ziggler.
Great cradle.
Shoulders are down now. Rollins kicked out. Ziggler almost
that would
out of harm's way.
It'd have been game over.
Slingshot.
Dolph launched it off.
Oh, he caught him.
Down now. Rollins caught him. He got him. He got him at 3:08. We've tied it at 4
Seth
apiece.
Rollins has scored a fall.
Unbelievable. We are back at even. The final 3 minutes ticking away.
Buckle up.
Less than 3 to go. We are tied at 4 apiece.
It's time to dig deep.
Critical moment now.
These two have given us everything they have and then some.
Yeah, but they got to continue going. We
That's
got
right.
2:30 to play. We're tied at 4 apiece. Rollins and Ziggler, and it's come down to this.
Look at that.
Two of the best in-ring technicians of our generation going at it now.
There's nothing technical about this.
Iron Man match. This is a fight.
Yeah, Seth just said, you can't beat me.
Seth looking for a sharpshooter.
Rolls him over.
Wow.
What's Dolph going to do? Is Dolph going to tap? Is Seth going to take the lead?
Dolph can't. There's no way Ziggler hangs on for 2 more minutes. This is a brilliant idea by the architect.
Ziggler has nowhere to go now, trying to drag himself to the bottom rope. Remember, the rope will force a break in Iron Man match rules. Can Dolph make it there? Can Dolph force the break? Is he going to tap out? Rollins, though, now going for a crossface, perhaps.
I think that was smart.
Dolph broke through it. Yet crossface applied.
Another submission move by Rollins. 1:43, the clock continues to count. Ziggler, middle of the ring, nowhere to go. Is Dolph going to be able to hang on?
Rollins focused on the clock, watching the seconds tick away.
Is Dolph going to tap out? Is he going to tap? Ziggler trying to drag himself to the bottom rope. We're under 1.5 minutes left. We're tied at 4 apiece.
But Cole, he's nowhere near the ropes.
And Seth Rollins now.
Seth looking for another stomp.
Went for the stomp. Ziggler rolled through and rolled out of the ring.
Great. I'm not mad at that decision at all.
Well, Rollins has got to get him and get it back inside.
I think he realized he wasn't going to get a submission.
Ziggler's trying to escape. Ziggler figures, hey, if I tie, I leave with my championship. Let me run out of this arena. I'll take the tie. I'll keep my title.
Famous
Ziggler to take the lead. Hook of the leg on Rollins, and Rollins kicks out with 45 seconds left.
Does Rollins know that we're under 45 seconds?
We are tied at 4 apiece. Are we heading for a draw, perhaps, in the Intercontinental Championship match?
Under 30.
This is it. We're in the bottom of the 9th. Bases loaded.
And Ziggler looking for the walk-off homer. Can he put Rollins away? Tuning up the band in the corner with 15 seconds left. Rollins caught him.
Seth caught him.
Rollins caught him. Looking for the stop. The stop.
7 seconds. Cover him, Seth. Cover him.
Come on, Seth. Seth into the cover. The time's going to run out. The time has run out on Rollins.
He needed 5 more seconds.
Rollins cannot believe it.
He only needed 5 more seconds.
Out.
Oh, what a heartbreak.
Incredible match.
Heartbreak for Seth Rollins.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 30-minute time limit has expired. Therefore, this match has been ruled a draw. In the case of a tie, the champion retains his title.
Dolph Ziggler survived tonight.
But you got to take your hat off. You got to give respect to Dolph Ziggler. He went out here and hung for 30 minutes. Sure, the last few seconds almost went Seth Rollins' way.
But he was down 3-0 at one point and he came back.
You're absolutely right. What a performance by a deserving Intercontinental Champion.
And Seth Rollins is going to be playing the what-if game.
Hold up, Dolph. Hold on. Incredible match. Both of you, incredible match. But nothing is settled. I know the WWE Universe does not want to see a tie. I know that my hometown, Pittsburgh, PA, does not want to see a tie.
No, he don't.
So Dolph, get back in that ring because we're going into sudden death overtime. Fall wins. Ring the bell.
Great call by our general manager.
No, it isn't. This is ridiculous.
Sudden death overtime. Going to do a little bit of quick research here as Rollins and Dolph now get set to go to sudden death where first fall will determine who the champion is, and we are underway. And guys, I'm looking. This is 1, 2.
Wait, what's McIntyre doing?
McIntyre! What the hell is McIntyre? He was banned. Here's Ziggler. You gotta be kidding me. Wait a minute. Ziggler was banned for the match.
Here is your winner, and still the Intercontinental Champion, Dolph
The match was restarted. I got no problem with it.
I've got a big time problem with it, to be honest. I wanted it fair and square. I want to see another 10 or 15 minutes.
After what these two men went through for 30 minutes,
Yes.
you're going to take that as your victory.
Yes, because I don't think the match should have been restarted. I think it was an arbitrary, nonsensical decision by Kurt Angle trying to pander to the WWE
You
Universe.
hear this crowd.
Yeah.
They love
Yeah,
this
you know what?
decision.
And none of them could
What
go
did this
30
say?
minutes. I love Seth Rollins as much as the next guy, but Dolph Ziggler earned this victory twice tonight.
Now, this is disgusting.
Yeah, it's disgusting that Angle's drunk with power.
It's disgusting that McIntyre was banned for the match, was able to get involved again, and it allowed Ziggler to win just like that.
No.
In sudden death overtime.
If you want to
5-4.
If you want to get arbitrary like Kurt Angle, it's a new match. He restarted it. It's something that maybe Drew wasn't banned from that part.
Hey, I'll say this, that Dolph Ziggler, just for a second, was upset, and then he said, you know what, we got to do what we got to do. And so I'll give the champion credit for doing what he had to do to walk out the champ.
Give McIntyre credit. That's the reason Dolph Ziggler's still your Intercontinental Champion.
Look at that face.
Well, I want to remind everyone that tomorrow night on Raw, remember, it's show up or agree to terms of your next championship defense, or Brock Lesnar will be stripped of the Universal Championship. That takes place tomorrow night, but up next, only on the WWE Network, it's the Extreme Rules post-show.
Well.
And now, WWE Network presents Extreme Rules Post Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Extreme Rules
and,
Post Show. I'm your host, May Young. This man right here, Sam Roberts.
I hope you like.
Oh man, what did we all just witness? I mean, you and I were both sitting here like tense watching a 30-minute Iron Man match.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not good for restless leg syndrome.
Man,
Please like,
Dolph
subscribe,
Ziggler's on a
and
roll right
comment
now.
down below. Not too happy right now, but that can make me happy anytime. Okay, bye guys.
Yep.
In order to get the advantage.